question for you. Do you feel nervous? Do you feel intimidated? Do you feel anxious if I were to be in person talking like this? Up front, in person, in front of your face, having this conversation. How would you feel if I was in your face right now, speaking to you in the way I'm speaking right now? If you think that you'd feel even slightly nervous, a little bit intimidated, or a little bit awkward, you probably have something called social anxiety, also known as approach anxiety. And I'm gonna imagine that you want to be the person who's going out, being social, being charismatic, meeting people, and being confident. I imagine you wanna be someone who walks into the room and it's like the room just lit up. You wanna be the person who walks into an environment and everyone wants to be your friend. You wanna be the person who walks into a certain, like the nightclub, and all of a sudden you're making friends, meeting people, being social, and making all kinds of connections and memories. But you're not, because you have approach anxiety, because you're too scared to get out of your comfort zone and speak to people. You're too scared to cut the bullshit emotions, walk up to the cute girl you like, and say hi, and introduce yourself. You're too scared to bump elbows with the guy at the bar and tell him you like his watch and chat with him and see what he's about and see where he's from, and make friends with a cool guy who could be your friends for years, right? And it simply is because you have social anxiety. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you a few tricks, tips, and methods, and one major important way to get out of your comfort zone right now so you can actually start building a life of happiness, friendship, experiences, memories, and awesome times simply by overcoming this social anxiety or approach anxiety. So sit back, enjoy the video, and let's just jump straight in. So guys, if you have social anxiety, also known as approach anxiety, how do you deal with this? How do you be someone who has this anxiety and get over it? Now, there's a few misconceptions here. A lot of people think if you have this anxiety, you can overcome it by doing crazy things. Here's a good example of this. What I used to do is I used to go out in a public place like this, on the street or whatever, and where there's like external stimulus, strangers walking down the street. And I used to do weird things like screaming, like, hey! Or talk to a lot of people, or just deal with whatever anxiety I had. And here's the thing, that helps you get over anxiety, but it's kind of temporary. It's kind of like putting a bandage on something that won't ever really heal. A lot of times when someone has social anxiety, it's something you actually have for life. And if you have social anxiety, it's something you're gonna have for life. But don't get me wrong here, you can actually fix this. You can actually make it a non-issue, because I'm someone that had social anxiety my entire life. But I didn't let it plague me. Instead, I used it to my strength, and I used it as motivation to build an amazing life for myself. And I used it to almost point me towards what I should do. So there's this saying that resistance points to true north. And there's this other saying that what you resist persists. So instead of resisting it, you must let it go. You must simply, logically, and emotionally decide that you don't need to feel this anxiety anymore. And then actually consciously go out of your way to speak to people. So what I did, what you can do to get over approach anxiety and overcome your social anxiety is put yourself on a 30-day challenge. And what this means is for the next 30 days, put yourself on a challenge where you're just endlessly speaking to people. And what will happen is you build something called social momentum. Now, social momentum is really powerful because it's pretty much, it follows Isaac Newton's law of objects in motion stay in motion. And what this means for you is you're gonna stay in momentum. You're gonna stay in motion. And what happens is everywhere you go, you'll start being social. So imagine this, day one of your 30-day challenge. It's a bit awkward. It's a bit nerve-wracking to talk to strangers. You maybe can't make proper eye contact with people. And then you feel like shit. And you go to bed thinking, okay, well, whatever, it's just day one. But then day two, what happens is you're a little bit more social. You got a bit of momentum from yesterday. And you're doing a little bit better. And then maybe you have like a conversation with a stranger, right? How great is that? And then day three, better. And then day four, and then day five, and then day six. Next thing you know, by day 23, all of a sudden you're like charismatic, you're smooth, the words you speak flow. You're feeling really good. You're smiling. Your facial expressions are very relaxed, softened, but also like expressive. You know, you're gonna notice these very nuanced subtleties in your own communication, your body language, your voice, your facial expressions, your tonality, your proximity in the way you speak to people, the way you stand when you talk to people. You're gonna notice all these things open up and become extremely charismatic in a very subtle way. And it's crazy how this works, because over a long period of time, you're gonna notice that you're not gonna wanna stop the 30-day challenge. But what I'd recommend to you, if you wanna start being social, being charismatic, overcoming your approach anxiety, overcoming the social anxiety, getting out of your head, what you wanna actually do is just start by doing a 30-day challenge and commit to it no matter what, where you don't miss a single day. It's 30 days of going out every single day to talk to people, talk to strangers, no matter what the excuse is, wherever the fuck you go, whether it's in the grocery store, the Walmart, the fucking nightclub, at school, at work, wherever it is, talking to new people, talking to old people, pushing a little bit past your edge, past your comfort zone, pushing every conversation a little bit longer, adding more value, being more happy, and giving better energy to the world. And you're gonna notice that your vibe is actually gonna increase, you're gonna feel great, and you're gonna actually start associating socializing with positive experiences, positive emotions, instead of that anxiety and those negative emotions that are holding you back from actually doing it. So that's the first way you can start by dealing with anxiety. Now, a lot of times, people can't go out because you're too busy, or you work 20 hours a day or whatever, or because, you know, oh no, another international pandemic, right? And then you're locked down, quarantined in your home. Well, you can actually do this online now. There's so many like chat roulette services, such as Omegle or whatever the fuck it is, that you can actually meet people online and socialize with them. But then even apps, dating apps like Tinder, things like that. Now, these won't do the same thing as going out and talking to strangers. It won't give you the same effect of going out, you know, putting your boots on, your shoes on, your jacket, or whatever the fuck it is, dressing up, making yourself look good to go out and speak to strangers. But it's better than nothing. So you wanna push yourself every day in little ways, in any way you fucking can, right? And ideally, try to dedicate a certain amount of time each week to improving this area of your life. You wanna be able to dedicate at least a few hours, but ideally like even like 15, 20 hours per week to just going out, practicing social skills, speaking to people, speaking to strangers, making friends, finding cool guys or girls to go out with, to be friends with, to practice social skills with, and network with people and make friends with, right? And then consciously over time, take bigger and bigger steps. Take bigger steps out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone a bit more. Push past your edge more and more each day. And you're gonna notice that your confidence, your demeanor, your energy, your vibe, everything around you, the people around you, it's just gonna change for the better, and over time just get better overall. And then what you also wanna do is you wanna find mentors. You wanna find guys that you can actually go out with and socialize with. You wanna find guys who are really good at talking to girls in the nightclub. You wanna find people who are really good at speaking to people. You wanna find friends who already have a great social circle and kind of like penetrate that social circle and make your way around it and make friends with their friends and just make friends with lots of people and merge them together and just create an awesome social life and social circle, so that over the course of years and years, long term, you have amazing people around you. You don't have any more anxiety. You don't have any more social anxiety. And even if it's there, now you consciously know how to deal with it by dealing with your habits. But the best part is like, you never really go back to being that socially anxious, weirdo, awkward guy that you felt you were. You're only gonna feel like a stronger version of you, a more charismatic version of you. And the anxiety might still be there, but nobody will be able to perceive you as someone who's shy. No one will be able to perceive you as that like, I'm shy, I'm super shy. Like, no one's gonna see you that way. People are gonna see you as an alpha, as a charismatic individual. Even if you don't see yourself that way, just because your natural default communication has increased massively. So those are some basic tips to just start overcoming your anxiety. And the best way is just start. Just put yourself out of your comfort zone in any way you can, and make sure to network with cool dudes who can help you do this as well. So, I mean, obviously I spent the last 8+ years traveling around the world to 50 countries, 6 continents, helping guys like you deal with this stuff. So get in touch with me. Follow me on social media, add me on Instagram, DrunkJustin2, add all my social media, subscribe to my channel, click the bell notification so you're notified of new videos, and also smash the like button and You'll be notified of new videos when you click the bell notification. If you click the like button, this video will get more views because of the YouTube algorithm. And get in touch with me. It'll be great to have you part of my network, part of my circle. And I hope you go out, kill it, get over this anxiety that you have, and absolutely just fucking dominate your life in every possible way, socially, emotionally, energetically. And my name is Justin Marc. It's great to chat with you guys, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.